Today on the channel, we're looking at the toughest SOB in the WWE, the Texas Rattlesnake, the Bionic Redneck, SH Figuarts, Stone Cold Steve Austin on Way I Got It Figured.
The way I got it figured.
What's up out there in action figure land? Way I Got It Figured back with another WWE Superstar Series review. This time we're looking at Stone Cold Steve Austin. And we're continuing our two-part series on Wrestlemania weekend. 20 years ago today, Stone Cold Steve Austin had his last match at WrestleMania 19. The date was March 30th, 2003. Yesterday, we looked at The Rock, and today, we're looking at my all-time favorite wrestler, The Rock being number 2, but Stone Cold Steve Austin being number 1, and particularly The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin together always kind of was my favorite, thing. I watched the entire WrestleMania trilogy and all their interactions in the regular show, and it was a big thing to me. So without further ado, we're going to look at the package. So here's Stone Cold Steve Austin. He's got 3 heads in here, because Stone Cold said so with the skull logo. On one side, we've got Stone Cold Steve Austin with the Akuma style back shot. Stone Cold Steve Austin on the turnbuckle. And once again, I wish they had a ring that you could use for these guys. I don't know what they used for this. I wish I could find that. And on the back, you got some action shots of Stone Cold Steve Austin delivering the stunner to The Rock. And Stone Cold Steve Austin with his included beer cans, with beer spilling everywhere. And then on the top, you got Stone Cold Steve Austin, sort of cold logo, ice logo. And then Stone Cold Steve Austin on the bottom. Pretty nice packaging. When it's Japanese stuff, I always keep the package. Unfortunately, I sort of lost the package to my SH Figuarts Ryu figure that I reviewed on the channel a little while ago. But, I generally keep all that stuff. So, here's Stone Cold Steve Austin's packaging. So next, we're going to get him out and take a look from there. All right, so we've got Steve on the turntable with all of his accessories. And all told, it looks like he comes with a little bit more accessories than The Rock. So you get 4 hands. Of course, the hands he's got on. The beer cans, the spray is separate from the beer cans. 3 heads, and of course, his vest, which is removable. So, there's a lot to go over with the figure, but it's, pretty faithful to the wrestling icon and character. The face sculpt doesn't look 100% like Steve Austin. It does look like him. It is kind of him, but it's weird how they sculpted it a little bit. I don't think it came across fully in the sculpt, but you can tell it's him, right? So yeah. So you get, again, the hands. So you get 2 gripping type wrestling hands. Two fists. And then you get 2 hands where you can hold the beer cans, and they have these posts here, but they also have another feature which you cannot get on any domestic Stone Cold Steve Austin figure, which is the ability to flip you the bird. So, you know, that's Stone Cold's finger gesturing is one of his biggest treats. So you can do that. Then you got the beer cans, and they have these pegs in them, these holes in them, and the spray has just kind of fits into the peg, so you can just spray it in there for the beer swilling action. Like so. You have a Stone Cold beer bash. And you get the 3 heads. So the first one you get is the sort of, I'm looking to the left, mean mug. And this is the one I think looks the least like Steve, the kind of smiling, sinister smile looking Steve. And then the one that probably looks the best, which is the Raging Redneck head of Stone Cold in a rage, which happened a lot. Then you got the figure. We'll look at the vest. So you got your 100% whoop ass with the 316 in red on the skull. You got the default face sculpt. And he's got his signature knee braces. And it was pretty ingenious how they did that, because the knee braces don't really come off, but they have this piece on here that articulates with the leg. And his leg articulation is somewhat hindered by having it on there, which it should be because it's a knee brace. So like I can't even like fault it for that, because that makes sense. And yeah, so you got a pretty good figure. You got his, you got his actual Texas tattoo there. His sort of short wrestling boots. And overall, it's a really nice figure. For articulation, it's pretty much equal to The Rock. You can do the T-pose. You can spread his legs out to about there. His legs go forward and back to about there. Knee bends significantly, even with the knee braces. So you can do those stunners. His ab crunch. Ooh. Actually made them come apart. All right, we're back with Stone Cold Steve Austin back together. I had tried to go too far with the waist articulation. He does have, you know, ample waist articulation. There's a sub waist in here, but he, like, you know, the ball joint popped out, so I had to reassemble him. That took a minute or two, but we're back. He's fine. Everything's good. He's the bionic redneck, so, you know, he's good. So now I guess we'll do some of his arm, you know, some of his attachable parts, starting with the head. Okay, now its whole neck popped off. There we go. So as you can see, you can actually pop off everything. The head will, the actual neck will even pop off if you don't do it from the right angle. So here we've got the sideways looking face. I'm not sure, honestly, what I would really do with this one. Maybe if he's like side mugging, and I guess that's one of his signature poses, where he's standing kind of to the side mugging. So you can do that. You have the somewhat smiling Austin. And these eyes are looking kind of to the right, so I guess to the left. They're looking to the left, your left, my right, whatever. And I suppose in posing, you can kind of do different stuff with that. But of the faces, I really think this is the one that least captures Steve Austin. And then, of course, there's probably my favorite one of all the ones that we got, which is the raging Stone Cold Steve Austin was born pissed off face. Which you can use if he's gargling beer or stunning somebody, or maybe even getting his ass whipped. So it kind of can serve multiple uses. Speaking of beer, we have the gripping hands that allow him to hold the beer cans. Like so. There's a little pin here. Before we get to the holding of beer cans though, you can give the single figure salute, old Stone Cold Steve Austin style. And he has two hands with which to do this. You got your two saluting hands, so you can give them the double bird, or you can have them stand on the turnbuckle. flip the bird, or you can have a Stone Cold Beer Bash. Like so. I'll flip the beer can. Of course, you can hold the beer can without the beer in it as it comes out. There you go. Some beer. And of course you got some wrestling hands too. So the wrestling hands don't have anything to hold the beer, but you can you know, flex all 4 fingers. It's all one piece like that. So there you go, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Beer, different heads. So next we'll do some comparisons with the Rock figure. All right, so we have back-to-back Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock. The Rock, I think, was like 6'4", Stone Cold's like 6'2", something like that. And so there they are, sort of to scale with each other. So you can see The Rock is definitely taller than Stone Cold Steve Austin, which is accurate. And they definitely look like they go, you know, together, the same figure line, so to speak. The Rock doesn't have any hands with the pins to grip the beer, but I think you can probably pull it off. So like if The Rock and Stone Cold do like a kind of a toast, you can pull that off, you can do it. So yeah, they look pretty good together. They work well together. You can kind of do the Stone Cold Stunner. Unfortunately, just like with The Rock, it's much harder to get Stone Cold on, you know, you can't really get him to stand on one foot without assistance for the stunner. Unfortunately, I don't have any figure stands with me to help me do it, so you go to kick The Rock in the gut. You gotta kind of help him, but you can kick him in the gut, as you can see. You can go in the gut and go for the I've done this before, as you can probably tell. Check it with the gut. Grab the chin. Hit the stunner. Pretty convincingly. You just need a stand. So yeah, there you go. All right, so I'm gonna move on to final thoughts on Stone Cold Steve Austin. All right, the final word on Stone Cold Steve Austin from SH Figuarts. I love this figure. It's probably my favorite Stone Cold Steve Austin figure that I own. You know, I got some Elites and Ultimates, WWE Ultimates and all of that, and they're great, but none of them can you know, hold a candle to the posability and the extra playability of this figure, particularly with the beer cans and the ability to flip the bird. You're just never going to be able to get that from Mattel without modifying some hands to be able to make it look like he's flipping the bird. So those are kind of quintessential things to be able to do with Stone Cold Steve Austin, and they pull it off very nicely. I also like the approach to the knee braces. So yeah, he's great. Not perfect, you know. There are the weird kind of paint apps that show sort of, I don't know, tanning, I guess, and how it kind of comes off on the face. So, you know, I'm not gonna give him a 10. Like the Rock, I'm gonna give him a 9. But it's definitely a more than passable, more than decent attempt at a fully posable Stone Cold Steve Austin action figure, just like the Rock. So yeah. So I'm gonna sign off here. Thank you guys for supporting the videos, and keep it coming, keep supporting me, and I'll keep making videos. I've got a little montage of videos to do, sort of like I did yesterday with the Rock. With Stone Cold in some poses, so enjoy that, and I will see you all on the next video. Stay safe. Peace.
The way I got it figured.